friends, welcome to my channel, and in this channel I shall provide you with some very basic concepts of environmental studies. So in today's lecture we shall discuss about the fundamental concepts of environment. So as far as environment is concerned, this word has been derived from the French word environ, which literally means to encircle. And so overall we can define environment as the sum total of all physical, chemical and biological factors which influence the life of an organism. Now, whenever we use the term factors, the term factor literally means anything which can influence the life of an organism. Now, in this context, we must remember that this environment is a very fundamental part of every organism's life. An organism cannot survive without environment. So please remember, environment provides us with the basic requisites of life, and at the same time it is a very, very huge bank of resources, and we already know that without resources it would be impossible for us to survive. So going a bit more into the details of this topic, environment we can divide into two fundamental groups. The first group, we can take it to be the natural environment, which many authors also call it to be the physical environment. Now the other group is the cultural or the social environment. Now whenever we are talking of the physical environment literally consists of your abiotic environment, which will include the non-living factors or the non-living things, as well as the biotic environment, which will include your living things, which will include the living things. Now, whenever we talk of these abiotic environment, the abiotic or the non-living environment, it will include air, water, soil, temperature, moisture, humidity, etc., etc. And all these abiotic factors will definitely influence the life of an organism, how it lives, how it survives, where it lives, how it breathes, reproduces, etc., etc. And coming to the biotic environment, as I said, it will include all life on this planet. And whenever we say all life on this planet, it will include the multitude of life forms. It will include the multitude of life forms, starting from the smallest microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, etc., till the most evolved and complex life forms. So, going to the other aspect, that is the cultural or social environment. Now, this cultural or social environment, it is pretty much a man-made aspect of the environment, and this cultural environment or the social environment, it is created by human laws, human traditions, human cultures, human ethics, our knowledge, etc. So this environment which is created by man, made up of human tradition, culture, laws, ethics, etc., this is what we call as our social environment. Now, as far as the subject is concerned, environmental studies, which is very much a fundamental subject today in the various degree courses. Now, environmental studies is very much a general but holistic approach towards the environment, and environmental studies today, as we can say, that it's a very fundamental part of every degree course. Now, the primary objective of introducing this subject in the degree courses is that to make the students of your age group aware of the present crisis which the planet's environment faces, as well as the future problems which we shall face because of the various activities that are taking place on this planet. So, environmental studies, as I was saying, that it is very much a fundamental subject. It is very much a holistic approach towards the environment, and it will definitely include studying the various aspects of environment in totality. Now remember, this subject, environmental studies, is an interdisciplinary subject, and it includes inputs from science, physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, microbiology, etc. It includes inputs from what you can say, the humanities branches. It includes inputs from commerce, economics, etc. So as a whole, what we can say that environmental studies is very much an interdisciplinary subject which definitely requires inputs from various subjects, from the subjects of science, from the subjects of arts and humanities, and from the subjects of commerce, economics, laws, etc., etc. Now the question is, why? Why has this subject been introduced at the college level? Now, as I said previously, the primary aspect of introducing this subject at the college level is to make the learners or the students aware of the various problems which face the present environment as well as the future problems which we shall face in the upcoming days. So, when we study environmental studies, we learn about various things. So, if we just try to list a few of them, say for example, the first thing which we can come to know that how this planet was created, how life came to this planet, how did man arrive on this planet, his biological evolution, aspects of his cultural evolution, and then definitely how modern man with his various modern activities, he is polluting the environment of this planet, and what ramifications does these activities of modern man have on the planet's environment, and definitely what are the various resources which the environment provides us, how the environment supports the economics of this planet, and ultimately and most importantly, environmental studies tries to make us aware of the environmental crisis which the world faces, not only the present day crisis but also the crisis of the future, the problems which we shall face in the future. So unless and until we know the nature of the problems, how the problem is arising, so we won't be able to create a solution of it. So ultimately we can say that environmental studies, which is very much part of your compulsory curriculum, tries to make you learners of your age group aware of the various problems which face the environment. So with that, we come to the end of the first lecture.